Hello, I'm Philip Stoughton. I'm on the Creative Electron booth at Apex 2025 and I'm joined by Otto from InCap. Otto, always great to see you, my friend.
Yes, always great to see you as well.
Thank you. We seem to be in a bit of a state of turmoil in terms of geopolitics, in terms of politics generally, but also in terms of economics. We don't really know what's going on. When you look at that situation, is there a particular outcome you're looking for, or do you just need a bit of stability and clarity so you can plan?
The world is an interesting place currently, for sure, but I try to remind myself of that there is always some crisis and there is always some kind of turbulence, and so either you accept it and try to find solutions and opportunities in that. Or you will have a very tough time. And I think now is the same thing, that the markets are a little bit turbulent and perhaps a little bit hesitant currently with all the new tariffs, and so that the new administration here in the US is perhaps putting on things and perhaps not. So let's give it a little bit of time and then see how it settles.
Yeah, I think it's really fascinating. I think what's interesting when I look at the last 5 years of InCap history, it feels like you've created a certain amount of readiness for this situation. What's important when the world is perhaps more turbulent and there is confusion over where it's best to manufacture? You need a footprint that's agile, you need a footprint that's located in various different areas. You have a footprint within the US, so if there are tariffs on everybody outside the US, you still have an option.
Yeah.
Is that something you were consciously building for agility?
Yeah, no, that is something we have looked into, that we have gone there, of course, there where there's good markets in general. But also InCap's decentralized model, I think here is a strength in this kind of crisis. It's not so that we're sitting somewhere in headquarters and trying to figure out all the world problems. We have excellent management teams in each unit and that are expert on the local conditions and can navigate through that. So I think the crisis have shown that it's a strength in the model as well.
Yeah, I think that's really important, isn't it? And it's kind of the way you do the business, but it's also the culture of the business and the fact that you have given that autonomy to the different units, and they can actually run their own business and control a little bit of their own destiny.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think that is a key thing for us also moving forward, that we want to continue to scale up this model, and so far it has been very successful.
Yeah. I spoke to Antti, I think it was the day before yesterday, your CFO, about last year's results when they came out. You're kind of bucking the trend a little bit of what European EMS companies are feeling, and I think of you now as much more of a global company rather than a European company. But strong growth, particularly in the last quarter, and a really good EBITDA.
Yeah, no, I think the EBITDA comes from how we are organized. We have a very lean headquarters, so we have a barely 10 square meters in Helsinki, and 2 guys working there. 7 we are in total in different headquarters resources. Of course, that doesn't eat a lot of the profit, and so I think that is the key to keep it lean and efficient in that sense. But then if you look at the growth, I think we had a bigger hit 2 years ago when our biggest customers had overstocked, and so we were a little bit early compared to very many others having the same problems last year. And also if you look at we are very often compared to our Scandinavian peers. But actually we only have one factory catering to, so it's roughly 30 million of our turnover. So it's not very much that actually we cater into Scandinavia and to our, so to say, home market. We are very happy with the outcome, of course, and look forward to this year as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about this year. Those customers that were early in terms of pulling back their orders because they had stock, have they started to order again? Have they pulled down the stock they had with
their business? In that sense, the destocking exercise we had with our biggest customer, that I would say now is over, and we are looking at some kind of new normality when it comes to the volumes and so on. And we see this year as well that overall, we are still expecting growth this year, even if there is a little bit hesitation now in the first half of the year. But overall, it looks still very positive, I would say.
Yeah, it looks like there's potential there. Generally, people are telling me they're expecting a fairly flat first half of the year and an uptick later on. Are you ahead of that trend as well? Are you seeing the uptick already?
No, I think that also is what we are seeing, that the market is hesitant. Everybody's waiting on what are the rules of the game this year with all the tariffs and trade wars and other things. And once that has settled, I think business will return much to normal in that sense.
Yeah. Last question. You're at the EMS Leadership Summit here. It's nice to be here as a leader of a business headquartered in Europe, being amongst your American peers, including your American team. How did you feel about the event? Was there takeaways there that were really valuable for you?
No, I think always it's interesting to be here, and for me, I think the roundtables that we have, the discussion we have we're in between the different EMS companies, that is, I think, the most valuable part of it, and meeting people and speaking openly. No, electronics, it's an interesting market in that sense, and everybody knows each other, and it's a small, very small community actually. Yeah. It's a small in Europe, and it's small here, and it's small worldwide. So I think that gives a lot of comfort that you have people that you can reach out to. They might be competitors sometimes, might be your partners in other cases, but you can share knowledge and have general discussion, because many of the problems we have are in that sense common for everybody, and you don't need to be afraid to share your experience.
Yeah, no, Otto, you've always been open in terms of the way you collaborate with people, and you've always been really generous with your time with the IPC. Thanks so much for sitting down with me. It's always a pleasure to chat.
Always a pleasure.